We are officially in February. That means Daredevil Born Again Season 2 comes out in a month. The end of next month, the end of March. We did get our first trailer last week. So we're still a little ways away, but I'm so excited for this show. I'm so excited. Before the show does come, I do have some questions. I am very curious on what this show's new tone is going to be after all the stuff that they went through in season 1. Season 2, we got the OG cast back, the OG filmmakers, the OG fighting crew. They're bringing back old characters. This could very well start living up to the Netflix ones. But so again, I do have some questions I want to talk to you guys about today. Have a little discussion. But before we get into any of that, let's rewatch this trailer to just get caught up. I cannot wait for this show, man. Bullseye. Matthew Lillard, man. Jessica Jones, she's back. We're getting the OG cast back, man. This is Black Suit Daredevil. This is great, dog.
Saw or shovel?
That's where we last saw Punisher. Girlfriend is back. Foggy. It's got to be a flashback, right? No way he's still alive. Born Again Season 2. Oh, man. And we get the black suit. March 24th. March 24th cannot come any sooner, man. But yeah, okay, so let's get into some of these questions. So we're coming out. We got a month and a half. So my first question that I just want to, that I'm curious about, right? So as we saw, Jessica Jones is returning. This was rumored to confirm, and now they showed it. So Jessica Jones is confirming. So my first question is, are we establishing that this is officially the OG universe from the Netflix? If so, are we going to get some of the other Defenders back? So are we going to get Luke Cage, the same actor, or are they going to recast, or are they going to do Luke Cage at all? Same for Iron Fist. Now, Luke Cage was somewhat well received. Iron Fist, if you remember, I don't think a single person liked that show. But nothing against the actor, but just the show as a whole, Iron Fist just didn't hit like the other ones did. But so if we are establishing that this is the same universe, are we going to get those two back? And also Elektra. Are we going to get Elektra back? Are we going to get Styx? Is the Hand going to return? All that stuff that was in those OG, what do we have? 3 seasons, 2 seasons of Jessica Jones, 3 of Daredevil, had Defenders and all those shows. Are we bringing all of that back? Or are they just bringing back the fan favorites, which was Jessica Jones and Daredevil, and then they'll figure out the rest later, whether we get the Defenders again, whether they just recast or whatnot. That's my first question. Second question, why the black suit? Why the black suit? So this whole time we've had the red suits, that's just the red suit. Now we see that we have one the black suit, and he has the double D's. He has the official Daredevil sign on his chest now. So yeah, why the black suit? Now I know, because I am a huge Daredevil fan. Huge Daredevil. Let's look backwards on your screen. Daredevil Born Again, by Frank Miller. I love Daredevil. Love Daredevil. So I know what the black suit comes from. I'm not gonna say it here, just in case they do go down that route with the story. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who wants to be surprised. I do wonder if you're gonna go that route. But if not, then why the black suit? Is it just he got a new suit? Is it just an upgrade? So yes, why the black Daredevil suit instead of the regular red, and then the Daredevil sign now? So why now? this is what, season 5 of all the Daredevil suits. Why are we now getting the double D's on the chest? Not that I'm complaining about it, but why? Just why? Are they just? Is it gonna be a specific reason, or is it just because we're getting into everything is comic accurate in terms of the suit styles now? I don't mind it, but I do wonder how that's going to intertwine with the story, if so. So, next question. Are we going to be continuing story-wise with the lockdown in New York, or are we going to go to a new direction? So we did see the anti-vigilante task force is still around. They were all throughout the trailers. So are we going to just pick up where we left off in that first season? Or are we going to go a new direction? They're clearly still around. But are they going to have like a really prominent role in the story, or is it just going to be another underlying storyline? Are they going to be the main villains? Because we didn't really see like a main villain in this one, I guess, besides Bullseye, if he will be again. So yeah, I wonder what they're going to do. And with that, to tie into another question is, will we get any connections with Spider-Man Brand New Day? So with Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's also going to be in New York. So are they going to touch on in Spider-Man? Or I guess not, did they, because the movie is filmed and coming out in a few months. But yeah, so are they going to touch on the anti-vigilante task force in that show? And if so, will it then connect back to Daredevil? And I'm asking this and I'm wondering because Daredevil was in the last Spider-Man movie. It was just a quick cameo. So I wonder if they were trying to set something up, but then of course, with whatever, this is just the next Spider-Man movie years and years later. So are they going to connect Spider-Man and Daredevil in any way, shape, or form? Or was that just a scene to say, hey, Daredevil's back in the MCU? Or not back in but Daredevil's in the MCU now. And that's it? Or are we going to get a future connection? So yes, will we get any connection in Spider-Man? And if so, will it then connect back to Daredevil? Or will it not connect to Spider-Man, but in the new show, in our new season, will we get any connection at all? Because the anti-vigilante task force is a not pretty big. It's a very big deal. If that's still going to be a prominent storyline throughout the MCU, not even just with Daredevil, just throughout the MCU, that's a pretty big deal. That means that, again, Spider-Man will be affected. If Sadie Sink is a hero, an X-Man or whoever, we don't know who she is yet, but if she's a hero, she would be, or a villain, heroes and villains, but she would be affected. Who else is in New York? Is Sam Wilson in New York? Is the Thunderbolts in New York? Like, all these people will be affected by that. So I wonder how big that's going to play a role in this, and if it will connect to Spider-Man, and then going forward from there as well. Couple more questions here. The new White Tiger. So White Tiger was in season 1. If you don't know, that was the original White Tiger, and then the niece, the little girl from the first season, I'm drawing a blank on her name right now. But she becomes White Tiger, the next version. So are they going to do that in this show? Maybe not, because it don't seem like it's that big of a time jump. But will they start setting some things up so that when we get our MCU reboot, will we get our White Tiger in the future? Will any of that storyline be taken over into this season? Because that was a very underwhelming storyline in season 1. It started really good, it picked up, and then it kind of just ended, and it just ended, and then the show continued on into a different direction. And again, that played a role with the writing, and they had the writing of the story. Then when they had the writer strike, they switched, and a whole bunch of stuff went down with season 1. That's why I felt so choppy with the Hector story, the Muse story, and then the Fisk and a Vigilante Task Force story. Like, all those things, like, those could have been 3 separate seasons, and it just kind of all came into one. But will we get anything setting up that the niece is training, wanting to do anything to take up the mantle with the White Tiger? The last question that I am curious about: how much of the Punisher will we get? So we do know that Frank Castle's Punisher should be returning. I think it's confirmed that he's returning. Actually, let me look up the cast list just real quick. Oh no, I got the computer right here. Yes, the main returning cast: John Bernthal, Frank Castle, Punisher. So we do know he's returning. How much are we gonna get? Because the last time we saw him, he escaped the prison. That we saw a quick glimpse. So I wonder if they're gonna redo that scene and show us. Because I don't think anybody else in there of importance was in that room. But I guess we'll see. But Punisher, we saw him getting ready to escape or escaping, and we do know that he's getting a special. He's getting a special presentation later this year. I don't think it has an official release date yet. Again, only for saying I want to think. Let's just look it up. Special presentation. Special presentation, Punisher. Yeah, so no official release date. It is just going to release on Disney Plus this summer. So it says the Marvel Studios Punisher special presentation, development for 2026 release. So we don't know it's coming out this year. We just don't know when. I would assume summer. It'll be after this show, after Spider-Man. There's a big gap for MCU content. So that's when I think we'll get the special presentation and Vision Quest. But that's a topic for another day before Doomsday comes out in December, because that's July to December. It's a big gap. So probably somewhere in there. So with that, how much Punisher will we get in this show, in this season? And then will it connect to the special presentation? Or if not, is it going to go the opposite way? He won't have a lot in this show because he will be off doing his presentation, and then he'll return and have a bigger role in the next season. Because I love Punisher. Frank Castle, John Bernthal plays Punisher so well. So well. I just watched his and hers the other day, or finished it, should I say. And the whole time finishing, I was just like, that's Frank Castle, bro. That's Frank Castle. But yeah, those are just my questions that I have about Daredevil Born Again Season 2. If you made it this far, drop it down in the comments. Let me know, what questions do you have? Are you excited for Season 2 that's coming out next month? Are you not excited? Let's have healthy conversations in the comments.